So a couple of weeks ago, Nintendo really surprised us with the announcement of the new 2DS XL. This new handheld doesn't come out till the very end of July, and its release comes as a shock to many who thought Nintendo was moving away from the 3DS XL generation and investing all the way into the Switch. In case you don't know or didn't see the trailer, the new 2DS XL is almost exactly the same as the new 3DS XL, just obviously without the 3D. Because this feature is removed, however, the 2DS XL gets a significant price drop compared to its 3DS predecessor. The 3DS XL currently costs $200, while the 2DS XL will be priced at only $150. The console, as far as we know, comes in black with blue trim or white with orange trim. When I was younger, I had a white DS that was a ton of fun, but I sold it 4 or 5 years ago. I really like the white design for it, but to me the new white and orange just looks somewhat ugly, so I think I prefer the black and blue design. There were a lot of mixed feelings I saw in the YouTube video Nintendo posted for it, ranging from people excited for it because of the significant price drop for the 3D feature they rarely use, to people upset that the screen still ran at 240p in 2017, and overall confusion about why this was being released to compete with the Switch. Personally, I have nothing against Nintendo releasing this updated handheld. In fact, it looks really cool to me. I don't think it'll significantly impact Switch sales because it still can't run as powerful games as the Switch, but I think it'll still be successful for people like me who want to get into Nintendo but didn't know what to buy. And to be honest, if this handheld had come out before I bought and sold my Wii U in January and decided to buy a Switch, I probably would have bought this new 2DS XL instead of the Switch or the Wii U, because it already has a huge lineup of games and is significantly cheaper. In fact, even now this looks so fun to where I'm having some regrets about purchasing the Switch. I've noticed that the Switch just feels really fragile all the time, and I never feel comfortable taking it places because if I want it to feel secure, I need to put it into its bulky case. It doesn't really feel like I can truly take it anywhere at any time, unlike how I felt years ago when I owned a DS Lite. With the DS Lite, it was small enough to where I could fit it into my pocket, or comfortably hold it in my hand without a case. It also felt really sturdy, and I didn't worry about setting it on a table because if someone set stuff on top of it or bumped it around, it wouldn't scratch or be damaged because the handheld folded to protect both screens. With the Switch, the screen is always exposed and there's no folding. It's also really big and I don't feel comfortable holding it with one hand. The Joy-Cons attached just increase the size, making it even larger and more of a hassle to put it into its case so I don't have to worry about it scratching. I miss the days of the DS when I could just close the screen and that was the case. And there were a ton of different games I could play. On the Switch right now, the only interesting games to me are Zelda and Mario Kart 8. Now I know there will be more games in the future and eventually the Switch will grow a more expansive library, but at the moment the 2DS XL looks very tempting and the massive game lineup that it already has makes me wish I could afford one. But I still have hope for the Switch. I want to see more games on it, that's my #1 concern. I'd even be fine with ports of older Nintendo games if that's all they could do. Bring a 2D Mario game to the system, or better yet, Super Mario 3D World. I know the Switch can run those games, so why not port them? It would encourage more people to leave the Wii U and purchase the Switch. There's so many Nintendo games out there that look so much fun, but I'll never get the chance to play unless they're ported, like Animal Crossing, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, Super Smash Bros, and the list goes on. I think it's crucial for Nintendo to really surprise us at E3 this year, and not just with more indie games. In the ideal situation, Nintendo will announce a plethora of Wii U or DS games that will be ported over to the Switch via the Nintendo eShop. If they don't do that, I think there needs to be another big game announced to come out this year, like maybe a new 2D Mario game or Super Smash Bros. Really anything to add to the slim game lineup for 2017. I've said this before, but the fact that for 2 months we've only had Zelda and now Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as our AAA games is ridiculous. So far the only other big games we know are coming out this year are Splatoon 2, ARMS, and Super Mario Odyssey. Those all look like great games, but that's only 3 spread throughout an entire year. And to me that's not a lot. The whole point of the system is to take your games on the go, but it seems that for the next year there won't be very many games that take places. I know I've turned this video into a rant, but I'm still really concerned with the direction the Switch is heading, and I'm anticipating Nintendo to reveal something even bigger at E3. Watching this new 2DS video reminded me of the lack of games the Switch has, and the desperate need for the console to receive ports from previous generations. The Wii U had some pretty graphically impressive games, so it's not like Nintendo would have to remaster every port they brought to it. Like I said before, if I didn't already have a Switch, I would probably buy this new 2DS XL, as it looks much more enticing than the Switch does for the next year. I know this was an overall negative video, but what I think you should take away from it is that this new 2DS XL is a good thing, and a way for people who can't afford the Switch to get into Nintendo and be able to support their more ambitious projects. And that's all I have to say. Sorry for not uploading a lot recently, by the way. The end of the school year gets pretty stressful, but I hope to be making more content soon. See ya.